Here with you. We are not really talking about trading today, but we're going to go ahead and err on the side of caution. Trading involves risk. Know what you're doing before you do it. All right. So it's September 4th. It's Labor Day. Some of you are happy that the markets were essentially not open. I say essentially, yeah. I think they were open for the half day. I don't trade those half days for one reason and one reason only. The markets become unpredictable. The people who make the markets move in certain ways are usually not working on days like today. They're not trading. So, okay, so let's talk about why I'm here today, because this is a little bit different from what we've been doing. And I had a little technical difficulty here a little bit ago and lost my audio feed because I was trying to jack around with my microphone, and I seemingly messed it up. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stay away from my microphone this time. So, if you're here, chances are you've watched me trade. You at least know that I'm trading and that I'm streaming my trading. And if that's the case, you probably know that I'm still struggling. If that's the case, you probably also know that 25 years ago, I financially destroyed my mother by trading just a few months after my dad died. So I turned her from a widow to a broke widow in a matter of months. Left some scars, and I've gotten through a lot of that, but it still definitely takes its toll from time to time. But again, I'm not here to talk about that. What I'm here to talk about is the fact that at the beginning of this year, I made a commitment to go live and stream my trading and basically let you guys see how fucked up I am as a trader. And the reason that I did that is because about a little over 2.5 years ago, I started in essentially a coaching program. And through this coaching program, I have made so many changes and strides and adjustments in my life that have brought me to this place today. And essentially, the whole idea here is I wasn't a trader when I started doing this. I owned a mattress shop. And I started doing this not because I wanted to make more money as a mattress guy. I had told my then girlfriend, now wife, so things worked out, that I was done. We'd been together for almost 9 years. I think if my math is right. No, shit, we'd been longer than that. Almost 10 years, I guess. Or maybe just hit 10 years. I don't know. Anyway, I had just ended a 7-year-long custody battle that in the course of that 7 years, I won primary custody of my young sons. And then the judge allowed my ex-wife to go back after it and reopened, and we started over from the very, very beginning. At which point I said, fuck this, I'm leaving California, which is where I was living at the time, and I want to take my sons with me. Well, my decision to leave California probably was a significant factor, but at the end of the day, my sons did not come with me. Business was okay. We were starting to get into this Rona bullshit, and there were ups and downs that went along with that. But I was in a place where basically everything that was truly meaningful to me was falling apart. And that wasn't the business. That was like the one thing that was semi going okay. I was fat. I was skinny fat, if that makes sense. I had no muscle. All I had was just, I've always had a thin frame, and I didn't like the way I looked. And somehow decided that I was going to put myself back on the market, so to speak. That was not the reason for any of the bullshit. It was an internal thing. But I didn't have anything going for me. And I realized that I had to do something. It was an extreme situation. Now, at the time, I was able to go in and take advantage of this, but I really wasn't able to go in at the level that I needed to, which meant that I was on a kind of an on-demand sort of self-paced program. Time and a place, and it helped, but I was never at that level of accountability that I really needed to be. And but I made some pretty interesting strides in my life. I shut down the mattress shop that was eating away at every fiber of my being. And in transitioning out of that, started operating as an affiliate for a trader funding company, Apex Trader Funding, as you guys probably know, which has actually turned into a pretty lucrative opportunity. I've also taken on some contract level roles through doing some kind of marketing and testimonial work with Apex. Not to mention, in case you haven't seen it, I've got a show that I host on benzinga.com where I talk to traders. So my life has now kind of moved into the realm of everything I do revolves around traders and trading. Yet still, I struggle as a trader. Why do I bring this all up? Because ultimately what I've been called to do, through this process, I've learned so much more about myself. I've also learned so much more about my relationship with God. I meditate daily. I have learned how to shut out all the noise and just stop and listen. I have done extensive research and work and development on the human subconscious mind, for which I have benefited greatly in terms of decision-making, self-confidence, the ability to take on roles that I never in a million years would have thought I could take on. Like the one I'm about to share with you right now. And I've struggled with actually bringing this to you because I've not felt qualified. Because just last week, twice, I blew my evaluations. I have to start all over again. And when you make a decision that you want to be a coach to traders, the first thought is, well, how the fuck am I going to lead traders if my trading sucks? And I know the answer to this question, but I've struggled with how to talk to you guys about it because I know that's going to be your question. So here it is. It has held me back. It has kept me from communicating with you in the way that I want to and need to communicate with you. But the point here is that I am not a trading coach. I am a trader coach. There is a distinct difference. There's a million people out there that will teach you trading. A lot of them I know. Some of them I know pretty friggin' well. And I will be happy to direct you down a path if you would so like me to. But the distinction is, I'm not here to teach you guys how to trade. That's not where my history, where my skill set, where my background lies. My background lies in developing who and what I am over the course of the last 2.5 years, particularly since February, where I went into more of a small group coaching, where I've had interaction with other people being coached as well as, my coach himself. And what I am showing and teaching and guiding is the same system that I went through, which is a proven system, which has turned around tens of thousands of men and some women, although it's been primarily dedicated and directed at men, tens of thousands of men, and changed their lives forever through utilization of these strategies and tools. And what I want to do is I want to bring these strategies and tools to you. I'm going to do it in a very special way because this, if you've been here from the beginning, you know this has been an emotional fucking road for me. And this means something. And the community that I've built by doing this means something to me. Every message that I get from you guys, I don't always respond right away. Sometimes I don't respond at all. Just I've got so many time commitments that it's not always possible for me to do that. But I read every single one, and they mean so much to me. The occasional fuck you doesn't mean that much to me, but there's not very many of those. Some people just see trading and anything that goes along with it, and the skepticism jumps in. And I understand that. I've seen a lot of the crap that's out there. This is not that. But when it came to changing the direction of where I was going, this was the obvious place. Now, this does not mean I'm going to stop trading. In fact, I am committed to not quitting trading. Trading is the foundation of all of this. This is why this conversation is even possible. And if you've been watching me for any period of time, you know how dedicated and committed I am to breaking through these barriers. Because really, when I look at my life as a whole, that's the biggest one. Work, not so much. I make more money right now than I've ever made in my life consistently. That's not the problem. My relationship with my wife is off the charts. My God, we are in such an amazing place, and she is just such a blessing, and it's just where we are as a couple is unbelievable. And she has, God, she's opened the door to having some conversations about our life because of the benefit that it will bring to you. And some of it's pretty embarrassing for me, for her, for both of us. Some of it's a little hard to swallow. Some of it's pretty fucking bad. But we've gotten through it. And because we've gotten through it, and because of where we are, she has opened the door. And maybe we'll have an opportunity to speak to her. She does not like the camera, so don't hold your breath. But you never know. You never know. Spiritually speaking, I am so much more deeply connected with myself, my being, who I am, what I am, my growth, my development, my subconscious mind, my conscious mind, my beliefs, my stories, everything that makes up how I think. And I've taken that and I've used that, and with that I've developed a connection to and with God that I never thought possible. I was always one of those Christian and name only kind of guys. You know, I knew just enough to bat down a conversation. And where I am now is just it's a whole different ball game. I've had some ideas of having a podcast on that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll come back to that. We'll revisit that. Which, by the way, is not a prerequisite to following along here. You do not have to have a specific belief set in order for this to be effective and successful. In fact, I went in very much against the whole idea of bringing faith into development. It just kind of sort of happened. But, again, not the point. Physically speaking, I am less than shit. I'm 31 days away from being 50. And I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm stronger. I'm leaner. I posted this on my personal a couple of weeks, I don't know, last week, I think. 1 year ago, I think it was last August, I was doing some CrossFit with my wife, and they had one of those scanner machines where they scan all the shit. And the one that really stood out to me, the one that really bothered me, I was 23.1% body fat. I was almost a quarter body fat. Now, men and women are different, but for a man, the word man boob comes to mind. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I think 3 weeks ago now, I had another scan. As I've continued working out, I've actually just started working with a trainer and made some decisions there. And 16.2% body fat. I feel different. I'm a different human being specifically because of that. I sleep better. I feel better. I have more confidence. I like the way I look. I like the way my wife looks at me when I take my shirt off. That's not ever really been a comfort zone for me. And all of this stems from the fact that I have been going down this path of having it all. Not just having a lot of money. Not just having a great relationship. Not just being spiritually connected. Not just health and wellness and fitness. But all of it. So when I realized about a year and a half ago, long before I even realized this was ever going to be an option, that I was called to spread this message, there's a reason. There's absolutely a reason I want to spread this message. So when it came down to it, traders experience a pretty unique lifestyle. And there's a lot of anger, frustration, confidence issues, consistency issues, discipline, all the things that will make you a better trader will make you a more physically fit person, a more connected person, make you a more valuable husband, wife, father, mother. I'm primarily working with men. I should mention that. So while I make the comment there, I'm speaking to you guys. Better boyfriend, better husband, better father. All because you chose to hone these skills that will make you a better trader. Like commitment, self-discipline, continual study, development, personal growth. Well, guess what? The flip side is true as well. If you work on these things in other areas of your life, guess what's going to happen to your trading? And again, I'm not here to coach you trading. The net result will be better trading. So again, the question comes up, well, Gates, how come you still suck at trading? Well, I don't suck at trading. But I am on a path that looks very, very different from yours. It was almost $1 million range from top to bottom of my mother's money that I wiped out just months after my dad died, just months after she was widowed. Not making any excuses, but those scars have stuck with me. And so I've tried trading multiple times. One of my best friends in the world has been a trading education specialist and now owns a funding company. The education company, a lot of you guys don't know this. I co-founded it. I was right there with them. But I had to walk away. Why do you think I walked away? How can I co-own a trading education company when I can't fucking trade? Again, I got in my own way. I was not going to let that fucking happen this time. That time, I screwed me. But if I don't move forward this time, I screw you. And I'm not going to let that happen. So, here it is. I'm going to make this real easy. Because this is... Oh, look, I'm certified. I've got dual certification. I'm actually 3 times certified, which only a handful of people are. Probably less than 10, I'm guessing right now. So I know how to deliver the message. But I need your case studies. So what I am going to do is I'm going to offer a one-on-one guide experience with me for the price of the on-demand. Now, if this is something that you want to have a little bit of a deeper conversation about, just shoot me a DM. Let's make this easy because I'm streaming on 3 places right now. Make sure you get to my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/GAC Trader. Trader. Not the other one. GAC Trader. Or you can just search GAC Trading Pro. Yes, I'm aware of the discrepancy there. I'm pissed off about it. I made a mistake a couple of months ago that I can't seem to work my way out of with the name. So we'll work around that. Or just shoot me an email at support@gactradingpro.com. And that will get straight to me. If this is a conversation that you want to have, I didn't take the one-on-one experience or the coached experience 2.5 years ago because financially speaking it wasn't an option for me, and I'm not going to let that be a hindrance because I know how much value having that guide has been and will continue to be. So I am going to make that offer to you guys. I have to limit this. I am only going to be working with 5 guys in this scenario. There will be a one-on-one capacity, and there will be a communication between you guys' capacity to whatever level you guys see fit. I think there's tremendous value in having that level of communication. I'll show you how all of that works. And I will be teaching you and guiding you through all the tools, all of the principles, and everything that you need to live this way so that you can start taking all of the concepts of what will make you a great trader and bring them to the rest of your life, or vice versa, or possibly and. Okay? And I got to say, This message was really, really hard for me to put together because twice last week I blew my evaluations. And I got to tell you, you know why I blew them? Because I wanted to give you this message, and I wanted to give it to you from a place of being further along. But I don't have to be further along to deliver this message. And I can guarantee you, if we all do the work, 6 months from now, we will all be in a very, very different, much more positive place with our trading. So, if you want to have a conversation, I will basically give you a free coaching session one-on-one. You can see kind of how it looks. We'll talk about really the principles, and I'll continue to do these lives, and we'll be talking about these principles as well as I do these on a day-to-day basis. And we'll see if it's a good fit. First 5, baby. If you want to be one of those first 5, you want to be one of those case studies, I can't do one-on-one at on-demand pricing forever. I just can't. I will never make a living doing it that way. This is not about the money at this point, but I do need you to put some skin in the game so that you're willing to do the work. But I'll give you that leg up. So, that's it for today. As you guys know, I appreciate you guys. I love you all. God bless. Have a wonderful rest of your Labor Day. Cook out, grill out, do whatever it is that you're going to do. Spend that time with your family, the people that mean the most to you. And tomorrow, come watch me trade. Maybe I'll be a little better than I was last week. I think there's a pretty good chance of that. Until then, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys, and God bless. I'll see you soon.